How did Flipkart actually beat Amazon? This was the ultimate e-commerce war. Comment your views to win a $50 Amazon coupon. Don't miss out, drop your comment below.
Today, we are jumping right into one of the most fascinating corporate heavyweight battles of our time, and we're using directly sourced data to do it. We're breaking down the battle for India's massive e-commerce market. It is literally a clash between a global titan and a homegrown hero. And honestly, the strategies they're deploying here, they offer an absolute masterclass in modern retail.
So the really high-stakes question we're answering today is this: who is currently reigning supreme? I mean, can you even wrap your head around a market with over 1 billion people? It's a goldmine. Neither company can afford to lose this one, because whether you're a seller, a dropshipper, or just an everyday consumer, the winner of this rivalry is going to dictate the entire future of shopping in the region.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to start with the battle for India, then run by the numbers, look at features and user experience, check out the delivery war, and finally, figure out who leads the market.
Section 1. The Battle for India. A true clash of the titans.
This timeline really sets the stage for us. Back in 2007, Flipkart was founded as just a simple online bookstore. It was a homegrown alternative right when Indian e-commerce was in its absolute infancy. Fast forward to 2013, and Amazon enters the arena. And Jeff Bezos didn't just test the waters here, he dove in a totally aggressive blank check approach. We're talking an estimated $10 billion to dominate the space. But then the game completely flipped in 2018 when Walmart acquired a major stake in Flipkart for a staggering $16 billion. That gave the homegrown company the serious financial muscle and global supply chain expertise it needed to fend off Amazon.
Section 2. By the numbers. Let's look under the hood at their financial performance. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive gap in market share. Look at Flipkart's slice of the pie. They command an impressive 48% of the market. They are nearly doubling Amazon's 26%. And you know, this is a massive shift from just a few years prior in 2018, when these two companies were essentially neck and neck.
And if you're wondering how that market share translates into actual dollars, well, Flipkart pulled in $23 billion in gross sales, compared to Amazon's estimated $18 to $20 billion. That proves Flipkart isn't just winning eyeballs, they are effectively converting that larger slice of the pie into cold, hard cash.
Diving a bit deeper into the local currency, we have this number, 42,941 crore rupees. That represents Flipkart's revenue from operations in a recent fiscal year, which was a 25% surge. Now, Amazon's revenue was incredibly close at roughly 42,260 crore rupees. But because Flipkart holds nearly double the market share with highly comparable revenue to Amazon, the data tells us Flipkart is actually doing way more with less. They're shrinking their losses and pushing a much clearer path toward profitability.
But actually, hold on a second. It's not a clean sweep for Flipkart. Take a look at customer loyalty, specifically retention during those massive festive season sales months. While Flipkart captures the sheer volume of new and diverse customers, Amazon is clearly the master at locking in and keeping its existing users engaged. They retain 35% of their base, compared to Flipkart's 25%.
Section 3. Features and user experience. This is all about winning the shopper.
Right out of the gate, we have the clash of the loyalty programs. Amazon Prime costs around 1,499 rupees a year, and it is designed for pure ecosystem lock-in. Because honestly, who hasn't stayed subscribed just to binge Prime Video? Flipkart Plus, on the other hand, takes a reward-based approach. It offers free and fast delivery, sure, but it utilizes Plus coins that you earn and redeem for benefits, along with early access to their big sales.
Let's see how this builds into their overall design philosophies. Amazon gives you a globally standardized experience. If you've ever shopped on Amazon in the US or Europe, Amazon India feels instantly familiar, right down to that frictionless one-click ordering. Flipkart's UX is fundamentally different. They lean heavily into a localized touch. It's way more colorful, it supports regional languages, and the homepage is heavily tailored to diverse Indian cultural tastes and local promotional events.
Then there's exclusivity, which is a massive draw for consumers. Amazon leans hard on its proprietary tech, Kindle e-readers, Echo devices, and its super successful Amazon Basics line for affordable, everyday goods. Flipkart counters this by utilizing private labels tailored specifically to local tastes, like Mark for electronics and OnMe for fashion. Plus, crucially, Flipkart gets to leverage Walmart's massive global network to offer international brands that Amazon simply can't match locally.
And you know we absolutely cannot talk about features without talking about the festive season. These are huge multi-day sales events. Think Black Friday, but with a unique Indian twist. Amazon pushes its Great Indian Festival and 9 days of Navratri. Flipkart aggressively targets value-conscious consumers with Budget Dhamaka and its flagship industry-defining Big Billion Days sale. Both of these companies pour massive resources into these events to drive their annual revenue.
Section 4, Winning the Delivery War, a classic battle of speed versus reach. When it comes to logistics, it's like we're looking at two entirely different playbooks. Amazon uses its world-renowned FBA system. It's a centralized model heavily tied to getting Prime members their items in just 1 or 2 days. Flipkart answers this with eCart. That's its in-house logistics and supply chain arm, which is heavily tailored for the geographic and infrastructural realities of India, making sure they can reach incredibly remote locations. So the crucial point to understand Amazon's strategy here is FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon. It's a service where sellers let Amazon store, pack, and ship their inventory from strategically located centers. This is the secret sauce. It allows third-party sellers to tap directly into Amazon's astonishing delivery speeds, sometimes reaching customers within a matter of hours. But, Flipkart has a distinctly local ace up its sleeve: cash on delivery. This remains a highly preferred payment method for a massive portion of the Indian population, and because eCart is an in-house, locally built logistics arm, its reliable handling of cash on delivery gives Flipkart a huge edge. I mean, we all know the absolute chaos of trying to get a package delivered to a remote, hard-to-find address without being able to just hand over cash on the spot.
Section 5. Who leads the market? Time for the final verdict.
And this brilliantly illustrates why, when we piece all this data together, the crown currently goes to Flipkart. They dominate with a 48% share, and that's driven by a deep, homegrown advantage where their marketing and design fundamentally resonate with local consumer behavior. They've got the Walmart factor backing them up with financial muscle, and crucially, they maintain an evenly distributed geographical presence thanks to their localized logistics.
Look at this quote from our sources. It perfectly captures the current dynamic. While Amazon may have a stronghold in larger Indian cities, Flipkart's popularity isn't confined to urban centers. So while Amazon definitely commands extreme loyalty in major metropolitan areas, Flipkart has successfully made itself a household name across smaller towns and cities all over the entire country.
So, that leaves us with a pretty massive question. With Walmart's backing completely solidifying Flipkart's lead right now, what exactly must Amazon's next strategic move be to capture the rest of this billion-user market? Will they need to lean harder into localizing their user experience, or are they just going to double down on their Prime ecosystem? It's a fascinating rivalry, and it is far from over.